To hundreds of Nairobi residents, the only way to identify the Hazina Trade Center along Monrovia Street is through its former anchor tenant's name, Nakumatt Lifestyle. That long after the retail store was closed, the name still remains. This is an indication of just how attached Kenyans were to some of the retail shops around major towns, an identity that is fast wearing off as major retail stores shut down. However, what went wrong in the retail sector? A recent report by Knight Frank shows that the rent for prime retail stores in the country decreased by 4.3% in the second half of 2019 to 466.44 shillings per square foot per month, attributed to an oversupply of retail space in certain locations and a reduced consumer spending. However, despite such damning reports, players in the retail sector still hold that the sector is far from collapsing.
If it would not have the interest we have from the foreign players. What I would say is that the players are re-strategizing, and the newer players, the newer entries, are looking to do retail in a more professional manner than has previously been done.
According to Wamboe Mbarire, the Chief Executive at Retail Association of Kenya, one of the major challenges that have for a long time been a hindrance to local retail sustainability has been poor management that has led to retail stores making losses.
We are very aware that Kenyan retail has grown from family businesses. With that growth, there were questions around, did we put in place the right structures in terms of financial management, in terms of inventory management, in terms of personnel. And to go with that, I'd like to also add that one of the things that we lack as a country is a retail curriculum. And we don't have any training for retail, which means people running retail have learned on the job.
In our quest to further understand the underlying issues in the retail sector, we met John, not his real name, a source who opted to speak to us anonymously, having held a managerial position previously in one of the retail stores, and now paints a picture of an elaborate rot in the retail system that is now being exploited by crooked retailers to launder money.
Retail is a big boys game. That's why you see shops zinakuja, they are opened and then they close down. You close down. Some other people, you see, they are even colluding with the suppliers. I'll come, I have my 100,000 shillings, I'll give to the supplier. The supplier will not even bring anything, he'll just bring the invoice. Who will verify that they brought the product? I stamp and I invoice it into the system and I write you a check. Simple as that. You have your clean money, I have my clean money. And the government has already gotten their 16 or whatever percentage.
Suppliers have also been accused of not doing enough to push for their products and hence leaving it solely to retailers.
Let's work as a partnership. Let's not look to disadvantage each other in any way. Let's ensure that we are sticking to the terms of the supplier agreement so that both parties are able to continue growing in the business that they're dealing with.
Despite the numerous challenges outlined by stakeholders in the retail sector, they however remain very optimistic that the sector has a lot of potential and a lot of new opportunities for growth. Jimmy Mbogo, K24, Nairobi.